Every day we all wake up and we think about what we want to become in life. It's only those who dare to be good and say, okay, I want to go forth, I want to take this dream and I want to utilize it. Those are the people we call the creative people. And right now I have someone who has actually been doing so well, so much exploitation in his field. It's no other person but Engr Abe Akinbobola. Good day, sir.
Amazing afternoon, man.
How you doing?
Oh, bless God.
I like the way you're wearing your native attire. I mean, what's the culture all about? Are you celebrating Nigeria or what? And the whole design?
Today is Owan's birthday.
Oh, and birthday.
Yeah.
Birthday, okay. So who is Engr Abe Akinbobola?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me start by pronouncing my name very well. My name is Engr Abe Akinbobola,
All right.
the MD CEO of Goldmender Media.
Okay.
And, Goldmender Media is just a pure advertising agency.
Okay.
And we run a full advertising agency starting from the printing, the brand, and we also advertise.
Okay.
And we are duly registered with state government, Southwest Nigeria.
Okay.
So we don't only practice in Lagos, neither in Ibadan. We cover even the 7th state.
The 7th state, wow.
I would also say we practice also in the Kwara state.
Oh, okay.
Which is not even Southwest.
Okay.
So, and do you want me to go deep into the brand?
No, yeah, we'll actually still get there.
Okay.
But I want to understand, what was it like growing up for you?
It was amazing. I grew up with a lovely father and a lovely mother, not separated.
Okay.
We lived together before my father was late, and my mother relocated to United States of America. Presently, she's in Boston.
Okay.
And I had a wonderful family. Until today, we are still focused, we're tight, we are united, and everybody's doing well in the lines of their field.
Okay. I like the fact that you actually grew from a lovely family. And there's a lot of people, there's this saying that says that if you grow from love, like if you grow in love, whereby your family and everything, they are together, you tend to thrive more in life. Do you believe that? Or probably maybe to people whereby they have a kind of different upbringing and they were actually separated, their parent and all that, do you think it actually affects whatever they're going to become in future?
Well, I think it's just personal self-discipline.
Okay.
Omotoba mother would actually brought himself up with the intention of getting there.
Okay.
Once you're determined, you surely get there. I don't want to believe it's because of parents that would actually make you thrive in life. But one way or the other, they might have their own impact.
Okay, true.
I was not fortunate to witness the other side because
Okay.
I've started life, I've even started Goldmender before my father was late.
Oh.
So I enjoyed every bit of father is taking you to school. If you needed money to collect for school, you collect it from your father. Mother will go to market to buy you food stuff that you're taking to the university.
Okay.
So I enjoyed every bit.
Enjoy it.
So I did not suffer in that. I'm in school, I'm broke, I called home, they would send it to me. During my convocation, my father was present, my mother was present. Even during matric day, they were all there. So I didn't lack parental support.
Oh.
My mother was a principal before she retired in one of the good public primary schools or secondary school in Lagos. And I enjoyed every bit of life of family. Elder sister was there, brothers, and we obeyed. Sit down there, stand up, stand up. This is what we have. Go and cook, wash. In the compound, we go out during Xmas. They buy us shoes, they buy us
Christmas shoes and bags.
So I enjoyed every bit of life.
Okay. So, I could literally say you were born with a silver spoon.
Not really.
But more or less like an average, more than average, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
I could just say that because I never witnessed we eat in the morning, we didn't eat in the afternoon, we eat in the afternoon, we didn't eat at night.
In Nigeria, that's interesting.
So I was not opportune to enjoy that, even though my parents were not that rich. Yeah. My dad was an engineer, he's one of the major directors in John Oates event in Oregon Ikeja then. My mom was a principal, so minimal life, we don't do more than ourselves. My daddy was using 504 when I was growing up. He later changed to, was it Camry? And he finished up with, I think it was still another Camry too.
Your dad was an engineer. Yes. Is that why you also decided to say, okay, I want to become an engineer?
Not really. I intend to become an aeronautic engineer, even though he's still an engineer. But I found myself to be practicing advertising.
All right.
It was just so funny.
All right.
But you said we'll get there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sure. You also said that you started Goldmender before your dad died, right? So have you tried any business before Goldmender, or this was just a first business and it was thriving? Have you tried any business before?
Well, I could just say when God was blowing wind,
Okay.
he actually remembered me.
Okay.
Because I started Goldmender as early stage at 28.
Okay, so can you please run me through how you started Goldmender at the age of 28?
Yes, Goldmender was actually registered roughly around 28, 29, but it was fully started, I could remember maybe early 29, 30. So let me take you to the journey of how Goldmender is.
Okay.
It was a long story. It was a story that you just have to take a blind step, which I was opportune to take. I remember vividly on that day while I was serving, because I serve in a Rewali local government. I finished from Federal University of Technology, Akure, Futa. I studied electrical electronics engineering.
Okay.
And I proceed to University of Ibadan for my master's. During my master's level, that's why I told you the other time, don't think about your parents. I was trying to work hard during the process. And what I do then was take gadgets, systems, and code to Mokola in Ibadan to repair for my clients. And who are these clients? They are staffs of FIRS,
Okay.
staff of NEPAs and co, because majority of them would have gotten older now. So then I think that was when the government came up that if you don't know how to use system in FIRS, you'll be sacked, you'll be fired. So I was opportune to break in, teach them how to use the system, also ask them how they can connect their phone to the system to browse without even subscribing for model. Or if you have a model, how you connect those jingle model. We don't use them anymore now. Then that was when jingle model was ready. If you have that MTN jingle model, it was like this, you have to plug it to your laptop. Those are the things that was raining then, about 15, 18 years ago. So those are what I do for them, get them, teach them how to connect. They don't even know how to use systems, sorry to say. I'm sure they are professional now.
Okay.
Because they would have gone through a lot of training. So that was when I started my life. And there was this man in Secretariat. Majorly, I focus on public servants.
Okay.
So I also do for people in Secretariat. And there was a man that called me from Secretariat that, Akin, come to my office. So I'm getting there, he said, I will advise you, somebody is coming to Ibadan to defend the project with the late Ajimobi. That I will advise you, if you like, you can charge him. I want to do something on the system, and I know you are good on the system. Just help me out. I said, okay, no problem. So I was like, what's this one saying? Why would I charge him? I'll charge him and collect my money now. So maybe second day or third day, I just got a call. I was in the house. So they said, meet me at Premier Hotel in along that UI side, close to Secretariat. Okay, so I'm getting there. They brought out a lot of things that this is the way I want Mokola to turn to. This is what I do. So it was this person I'm talking about. Luckily, it was now my boss, Pastor Engr Abe Akinbobola, FRP, the founder and the pioneer, Director General of your state signage and advertisement agency. So people who are in charge of billboards, who get revenue for billboard, like Lassa in Lagos.
Okay.
So he said, we need to do a design that I want Mokola to look like this. I want the whole road to be beautiful so I can submit the project to the governor, His Excellency. He wants to approve it so he can be in charge of the outdoor revenue collector for the government in Oyo State. And then I don't understand what it meant because I was coming from the line of engineering. I was still doing my master's in UL. Okay, no problem. What do you want us to do? Okay, go and change the sele. Check it kurumbi. So we did the graphics, we did everything. We made Ring Road so beautiful by putting real structures of billboards that were made at night. Okay. And even roundabout, that roundabout road that you did, that was big. Yes, it was something I designed for the state before they implement it by putting it there. But now I don't think that stuff is working anymore. So, and said, after do and don't on that day, we spent almost the whole day with him in the hotel then because I got there in the morning. I said, can you come tomorrow and join me? I want to go and defend this with the governor tomorrow. I said, so I should come tomorrow. I want to give you my money now. I thought about that in my mind. I don't remember what that man told me. You might ask him money, you might not ask him. And I said, at least we are still seeing tomorrow. Let me even see the way tomorrow will be. So I'm getting home, I told my brother, he's in New York now. He was a former staff in Oceanic Bank. So we live together in Ibadan. I said, okay, no problem. So the next morning when that one was going to bank, he just said, I know you don't like suit. Oh, but you jeans and the shirt, you know. Suit you know, go. So I said, oh, thank you. So what do I mean by that? I was also dressed on a banker suit. So I'm getting there with him, on the conference room of Akinbobola then was His Excellency late Sir Isaac Abiola Akinbobola with 7 commissioners, my boss and I. So when the meeting started, I'm the one in charge of the system to project what we did yesterday for him to defend it. So during the introduction, he just said, my name is this, so that I'm here with my PA. I look at myself. Akinbobola, right? So that was why we defended it. Within 48 hours, I think after 2 days, he just called me that we have gotten the contract.
Oh, nice.
That he's now the Director General of that. We've given him the letter. Wow.
Wow.
So, we are working together. I said, okay, no problem, sir. I will see you tomorrow. So getting to meet him in Secretariat tomorrow, he took me to the place that he said, this is our office. This is what we'll be using. So my office will be here, you will be there as my PA, as this, as that. And that's
interesting.
That's where I started. So I tried now to convert, to understand what are we even here for. So now I got to understand that we are to regulate, manage, collect revenue for your state government on all outdoor structures, on all billboards, be it small, big, within Oyo State. They have to pay a token to the Oyo State government through our own agency. And so people get coming, our sons being the one they will meet before they see our guys. So it was looking so big. So there was no money there. You know the government now. You work for the government, you can't get that. But the experience.
Why is there no money there?
Our civil servants. That's what we earn then. So it's not as if it's a personal business. Okay. So civil servants with the commission our guy might have then. So you get to meet CEOs. Everybody at Ishejingus, radios. Everybody was so scared that who is this agency? We had the way last I did in Lagos. Yeah, so I was opportune to meet every CEOs was just coming. I felt like wow. When I come register, we came here. This area, a form. So that was where I met everybody. But to cut a long story short, they are, apart from people who come themselves, they also have a third party.
Okay.
Third party in the sense that those third party are people that have billboard structures, massive structures that does not belong to individual, but belongs to an agency, an advertising agency. So those people will call them third party. Ọ̀tọ̀láyé títí wọn yàtọ̀ sí ní makeover tó kàn ní just a soundboard and then just an hairdresser that has a small soundboard. So different. So this one they are using it to generate money for themselves. So the payment they will be paying will be much bigger than those ones. Yeah. And that's where I find myself now. I find myself at the practitioner side.
Okay.
So those people came. My guy was part of them because he was even a secretary in their association thereabout then, or he was once a secretary in their association. So I was out meeting them. So when they come, some will come from Lagos, Abuja, because having a structures in different states doesn't mean you are there. And that's why I said I cover Southwest Nigeria. Yeah. I have massive structures within the Southwest, and I'm not there. Yeah. So same thing applies to them too. So they have structures there in Oyo State, crossing the road, all those big ones you will see are not owned by the Guinness who sons up on it. Guinness rented it from them. They are the owner as an advertising agency.
Okay, so how were you able to build Goldmender that it's so much everywhere and in Ibadan, majorly in Ibadan, everywhere? If you want to do anything advertising, you need to just come to Goldmender. How were you able to build up your presence in Ibadan?
Well, that's another story entirely itself. But let me continue from where I stopped. And picking it up with 7 commissioners with His Excellency and I was appointed immediately there as a PA to Director General of Oyo State
Okay.
Signage and Advertisement Agency. So work began. And a lot of things were coming to registrations. People were registering for their signages within Ibadan, outside Ibadan. And there are people that now own some massive structures are called practitioners. Those are the
Okay.
real advertising agency. Those are where the revenue actually makes sense for the Oyo State government. And they keep coming in. But so when they now came in, I now get to understand that they are not just opening an advertising agency. There is a certificate you need to work towards.
Okay.
Advertising Regulator Council of Nigeria.
Okay.
And you also have to be a member of O1.
Okay.
So these two bodies build, you yourself build your brand to become a real practitioner in Nigeria. And that's exactly what I now try to work towards. You have to do their exam, you have to pass, they have to screen you, you have to have a guarantor from such field to make you qualify. So I took time to have them as my brothers, as my aunties, because they are big men.
What if I don't have a guarantor in that field?
You have to, that's why you have to make friends with them.
I'm just a startup.
Well, the business must have a lineage. Let me put it here.
Okay.
So somebody must stand in for you. Part of us must know
field.
you. Yes, in that field. They must know you. There must be somebody that must stand in for you that is venturing into this business. I can stand in for him. So it's not something you can just wake up one day and start, unless you want to do your own illegally. But if you want to make it legal, there must be somebody. Even for the past 10 years, I've built Goldmender now. I've signed for some people who will have been more than 20. So I've also guarantor some people to also start this kind of business. And that's the way it is. It's part of the law. In short, it's in your form. They have to put it there. You have to go and look for that person. And the person must put his own registration number, everything, and sign with his stamp. And they will call the person to also vet.
To vet it out.
Like, is it true you are standing in for this kind of person? So, and that's the way it is. So I took my time to, because I don't know anybody in the insurance industry than my boss. So to be friends with that, you need about 3-4 guarantors in the form. So I had to have a friend with him. I think Mama Benevolence also stand for me, Pura Media stand for me, and my boss also standing for me. So about 3 people thereabouts stand for me. So before I could have Goldmender. So once I now started Goldmender, I took a very bold step to resign. I resigned. I still have my...
After how many years did you spend with him?
I didn't stand up to 1 year.
Oh, interesting.
So I went there just to focus. So I resigned under him. And I still have my resignation letter from the that I submitted with the secretariat. I think I saw it recently inside my file. So I now started Goldmender, and it was so tough. But I don't have money to start the structures. But I know I've gotten Goldmender. So what do I do? There was something they have brought to us before while we were in the office. Oyo State Signage and Advertisement Agency. So my oga told the person that we are not capable to do this. And I think the person will return back to Lagos. And what was it? The BRT in Lagos. If you notice, it has an LCD screen inside it.
Yes.
And they use those LCD screen for adverts. So the person now brought it to my oga that I was in the meeting, fortunate to be in the meeting, that he wants to do something like that in Oyo State. My oga now told him that he is not in charge. All he's doing here is the outdoor structure. So you have to go and look for people who are in charge of Ajumoshe buses. So that's when I had the idea that, but I don't know what I want to do. So the man left. I think he was not able to get what he wants. So immediately I just resigned. I tried as much as supposed to have about 1 or 2 billboards, register with them. But that was not bringing the income I want. Because 2 billboards, once somebody collects it, it's actually booked for 1 month, 2 months, and you will have finished the money. So, and they are not giving more sites. I don't even have money to do more sites. So I just thought about that proposal. There was this person that came. But why would I even see money to buy screen inside all Ajumoshe buses? And me, I have opportunity to meet the Oga of Ajumoshe then. In one occasions that we went to. And so I know him when he sees me face to face. I just thought about it. The inspiration just came. These Ajumoshe buses, they have a radio. and I'm an IT man. Remember my background.
True.
So if I buy an hardware, I load it with brand's jingle, and I plug it inside the radio, disconnect the antenna of radio, so the radio will not see any radio station to cache.
Okay.
All they can play is what is inside my hardware.
Hardware. Okay.
And this will be a jingle that people will not be hearing inside the bus from morning till night as the buses is moving.
Okay.
This is nice. I will use this one to generate money for them. I will write a proposal that I will be giving them money just to use their radio for adverts. I mean, I will be seeing money. I think they've not done this before. And this was not the proposal the guy brought. So I didn't steal. I'm bold to say in public or look into anybody for it was my initiative, and I started it.
And you have to think outside the box.
Yes. But what brought the thinking was the screen the man want to put inside the screen that my guy said we don't do.
That's just foundation.
So, but if I don't use screen, I can use radio that has already been all at the Moshe buses. What is happening? I know how to write. I just finished masters. Proposal. And I went to defend it there. The board members, all the members, the chairman, everybody, they gave me an appointment. When they saw it, they called me themselves. They find it interesting. All they want to see, because I was once with the government, and I know what government want to hear. Government just want to hear that you can use this to generate what? Revenue. So once government hear revenue, they are interested. They don't want to spend out. They want to have more.
Definitely.
Because they have a lot of projects they want to do within the state, even outside the state. So they need money, and a clean money. So that was how I submitted it. They are the one pursuing me with phone. So I had to go and defend it. So getting there, I told them, all I need is just the radio. I'm not spoiling the radio. I want to bring my hardware. You give me permission to disconnect the radio. The antenna will not see any radio station. All you will see is my hardware. So, and the driver has to turn it on every day. Anything I load inside the hardware will be the one playing.
Okay.
They thought about, okay, how much can you generate? No, this is too small. You will increase it. Okay, let me just start. With time, I will increase. Okay, still shift it to this price. We negotiate the sign. That's when I got my first appointment letter as a consultant to Payseta in Oyo State.
Oh, nice.
To put an advert inside Ajumoshe buses. That's when the story began, man. It was so fun. And all I went to do is just rush down to radio and then do a very loud jingle that Goldmender is now in charge of all the radio inside Ajumoshe. If you want to place adverts, you have to put it inside. You have to come and see me before radios are not being hearing. It's only your jingle. I did that jingle. Jingle Yoruba to Kigon, which I can even play it. So it was very eye-catchy, understandable, and all those things. So before I know it, everybody flying through that bus was now calling their boss. Oga, and they say jingle no radio Ajumoshe. Láti àárọ̀, a wà láti Mọ́kọ́lá títí tá a fi dé Mọ́níyà. Ó kàn repeat ara ẹ̀.
And subconsciously to stick to your head.
Yeah, so they are not changing nǹkan tá a kàn gbó ti sún wa. Kí ló tẹ̀lé nǹkan ẹyọ jingle ẹyọ kan ló ń play látàárọ̀, and that was my jingle. And here they sọ pé tá a bá fi titi wa náà ṣe ajẹ́ méjì. Why do ajẹ́ mẹ́ta? Before I know it, my first million was gotten from Deeper Life.
Nice.
Deeper Life is the one that called me. Baba himself came to Ibadan to meet me. They have a crusade. They put all the jingles inside Ajumoshe buses, and they paid me good money. I remit the one I have to remit. Before I know it, Vital Phone. Before I know it, this. Before I know small scale businesses, large and small businesses, hospitality businesses, everybody was just calling me just to put an ad on Ajumoshe buses. And that was how Goldmender, boom. I now saw money to now have more structures. So walking down to Isara, I need a site in Mokola, I need a site in UI, I want to have a billboard here, I want to have a billboard here. So, but as time goes on, the business was sweet, but initially, you know, our fathers, our drivers. Drivers are so funny.
Yeah, true.
So one way or the other, the business was on moving on very well after I have been successful, because of the drivers were now not playing it.
Okay.
They now went to go and do calculation of how they can return radio So some will go and where I disconnect the radio, they will go inside to go and plug the radio. So instead of playing the hardware, they are playing radio. So things were now spoiling the business. So it was not moving like initially when I first started. And the client was now saying, they don't want again. One man change here. Our driver tell man pani, one can't turn. So those excuses actually crumble it. If not that, I'll still be doing it till today. So I had to just back up. And then to cut the long story short, the money that I now saw in the radio advert, I call it stereo advert then, was one I now eventually now did that TV screen. I did it. I don't know if anybody has entered at Jumoshi buses. There was a screen there, and I needed to order from China. So those things, I was thinking it's so hard for me. God just made it so soft.
I mean, after a few years or thereabouts, you've been doing a lot of this, you will gain more knowledge and you'll be able to do that, right?
Yes.
So for business, how do you think, for a businessman, how do you think someone out there wants to do a business? What do you think they need to do for branding?
Okay, for a brand,
Yeah.
You need to advertise yourself.
Advertise yourself.
Yes, because if you think they know you in a one corner or you're making money from just a place, you are deceiving yourself. You won't get money more than what you have gotten. It's just as if an handsome man like me, very tall, and you're trying to wink or winking at a lady in the dark. Imagine how that would look like. The lady will not see you. So, as an advertiser, you need to do it publicly. You need to let people know there's light with your brand.
Blow your trumpet.
So, you don't just do it in the dark and you'll be winking at a lady in the dark. It's not seeing what you're doing. So, there's just a circle of what you're doing. So, having a brand, having something to showcase to the world, you need to do a serious advertising. And I can tell you, you will get it back in return. And that was what I also did. Because if I was not opportune to put a jingle inside that hardware, for it to be shouting, people will not hear to go to church, to go and tell their pastor, to go to office, to tell their boss. Because their bosses or their pastors are not the one plying through that bosses.
True.
They are just an average person.
And all of that. Yeah.
So it was a word of mouth from an average person to the boss, to the pastor, to the chairman, to the CEOs. And I was getting my return. Okay, Jack, I try. Tell support my work. I want my shame, so you must advertise if you want to grow. So even if you are running an advertising in another field, be it a TV, a podcast, on radio, you still need to advertise yourself. And that's why even a radio station, when you are passing, you will see them on my billboard advertising.
Yeah, true.
Ayefele will put Fresh FM when they first opened.
Yes.
When he opened Tiwantiwa, he did.
Yes.
Agidigbo did.
Yes.
I have a lot of files on my table that I can count about 10, 15 radio stations that still did advert for themselves. And they are running advert for people.
Definitely.
And so for such things to have happened, even a radio station running advert for himself, and you are just a makeup artist, a small or large scale businesses, and you feel your own presence will only do adverts for you. You are joking. And that's even to go to the biggest brand, Coca-Cola, Guinness. Till today, you will still see Coca-Cola doing advertising.
True.
Advertising himself.
True.
So he won't lose hope. Nobody want to lose hope. Nobody want to wait for anybody to calm down.
Okay.
Sincerely. And because if you wait for anybody, they will swap you. I don't want to mention names, and I don't want to do this. But let's just check the lives of GoTV and StarTime.
True. What happened to GoTV? What happened to StarTimes?
How we all know. DSTV killed them by bringing in GoTV, and they could not retain the weight of GoTV because GoTV was now merged with StarTime. So everybody was preferring, let me go for GoTV. And that's why GoTV, I don't know, maybe StarTime still exists, but majorly in all cities, GoTV have more stand than them.
Sure.
So, but if they did not relent, they also tried to put more advert maybe they might not be not been shaped
shaky,
out
like, yeah,
the way they are.
true.
So that's just business, and that's why when you see Trophy doing advert today,
Goldberg and
Goldberg will follow it. If Goldberg carry Odunlade Adekola today, thank you, ma. So they will not, they will relent. Say, oh, you are using that strategy for me. I will use this strategy for you. So when they carry, either they carry macaroni will go and carry, what's the name of this guy? That is also funny. Eh?
I said, who is that?
Yeah, I've forgotten this guy's name. But you understand what I mean?
I understand the line of
yes,
yeah,
so even recently, Yabo Ojo was campaigning for Goldberg.
Yeah, Goldberg.
They will go and look for another person. They can go and carry Ikechi Blessing. So you don't have to relent. You have to keep pushing it. Once you see your opponent doing another strategy, you follow up. You don't, or you do another thing different from them. So where I'm going to is just that advertising is extremely very important for a brand. You have to print, you have to brand, and you have to advertise yourself.
Okay, so I had an idea. There's something someone told me and was like, you need to promote yourself personally. More or less like me now, I want to start a business. And like, oh, Heritage, why don't you promote yourself? Let people know who Heritage is, what Heritage do. And with that, people will be able to patronize whatever brand I bring up. Do you think which one should go first for? Is it my personal branding or the brand I'm trying to build?
Well, for me, in that case, depending on where you are actually coming from and the angle you want to pick it. For me, I push the brand first.
The brand first, okay.
Before my name. And eventually it works for me. And why I said so is, people come in to partner with me, especially entertainment industry. Before Remote left Ibadan, some other people, they want to do an event, they will just say, Goldmender, ka print a backdrop, show on screen, and that is not me. You understand? So, in the first instance, people get to see that brand supporting that event. They don't know the owner. So when I attend that event, they will not hype me. The MC will hype me. They will not say, Goldmender, I will now stand up. That's when I will now wave at people at the high table.
And that's when people see the face
They will
behind.
not see the face.
Behind
So they don't know me before.
Okay, true.
They only know the name on the brand.
Okay.
So it was the brand I push first, followed by myself. And eventually it works for me.
It works for you. Oh, that's actually nice. Now that we're actually going to the digital area, people are doing a lot of things out there. Do you think social media is a good way for us to do our branding?
Obviously.
And there's no disadvantage to it?
In short, there is no, if the government did not stop it in future.
Between the traditional advertising, which is the normal billboard we have and all of that, and social media, which one would you prefer for branding?
Well, if I'm to pick one, I will support where I belong.
Okay.
I'll still support the outdoor. Because that's where I belong. So it's just as if you are debating. So I will support my why, you will support yours. Because yours is online and mine is on is an outdoor. So, but the good thing about it is just that the two cannot be left behind.
Okay. Even
in future, even the likes of AI, it cannot, because unless AI will come up with Mofelo Soja, King Dofe. So when you are in your room, because I'm going to market now, and you find yourself in the market with AI. I want to buy this, and you pick everything with AI. You did not pass through the road. But once you pass through the road, either on highway, main road, or normal road, there are permissions that what I do will still keep existing. Because eventually when you are passing through the road, you will see Coca-Cola, you will see Goldberg, you will see this. You'll be seeing those billboards on the road.
Will AI be able to pick those ones on the road? The adverts?
No, we don't need AI to pick that for us.
Now, like, I'm just trying to follow your illustration, which is, if AI should go to the market now, and except he's not going to disappear, right? And he's actually passing through the road. If AI should actually see the brands out there, AI will not be able to pick it and tell probably the owner that, oh yeah, I want you to, what's it called? I want you to advertise with these people. It's only we human that we can actually detect that and see all of these things.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. There are limits to what AI can also do. AI cannot do everything.
Yeah, true. No, definitely. AI is just there to assist us.
Mm,
So that's just how it is.
so there are some assists that we don't even need AI for, because unless AI has turned to a human being that will tell you this thing is good, oh, take it. This thing is not good, don't take it. And I think he's even doing that, because there are some drugs you will press on phone that, can I take this? It will tell you, no, don't take it. It will tell.
Yes.
AI even speaks. I don't want to fight with AI because AI is broad. All I want to do is just that I want to support my own business as an outdoor advertiser, and I want to move with it. But I know that it will not be easy for social media to bench us as an outdoor advertiser.
Okay. I think we've actually been talking about the success story, about business and all of that. What are the challenges you face? More or less like, how do you manage your crisis? If there's actually an issue and all of that, can you run us through probably one or two stories?
See, and that's why I just said I'm just a guy that is so fortunate.
Okay.
I'm so fortunate that majority of what people has encountered in life have not gotten there.
Really? In Nigeria?
Yes, because people say there is ups and downs in business. My sister, I've not witnessed the down, and I will not witness it in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Because I started reasonably. I started with 50,000 naira. I forgot to tell you that.
Okay.
Those hardware, I took 50,000 naira from my wife to go to Mokola, Ejimako to be precise,
Okay.
to buy flash. I was just using a gadget as an hardware. It's a flash. Flash, small flash, 700 naira or 450 then. That I bought plenty. So it was the flash that will put jingle inside with my system, remove it and plug it. Thank God the radio they were doing then has a USB port. I will just plug it, and that's what they are hearing.
Okay.
So from that 50,000 naira, I was able to turn to 55, to 60, to 65, to 70, to 80, till today, man.
How many years is Goldmender?
Built the house, bought the car,
Nice.
gave me brand, get office in Lekki, get in Akure, get in Abeokuta, have my different managers, buy me the phone that Obi Kubana is using.
How many years is Goldmender?
Oh, 10 years. We had our 10 years anniversary
10
last
years.
year,
Oh,
November last year. So we're
nice.
just 10 years.
10 years. Oh, that's really great. Okay.
So because I don't do more than myself.
So there has not been crisis, there has not been any issue.
I don't have loan and pain. I'm saying it in public.
All right. So thank you so much. So lastly, if there's someone out there who wants to do a business, what do you have to say to them?
Yes, and I keep telling people everywhere I go to, and that has always been my rounding up statement. Nobody is born to be a CEO.
Okay.
What I mean by that is that don't kill yourself when you are not a CEO. CEO is not mandatory. Anywhere you find yourself, keep up the good work. Do your best as a manager, sales manager, general manager, anywhere you are, anywhere you find yourself, just give yourself the best. And the reason why I said so is that even me, myself, that I called myself CEO, I don't have the property the regional manager of Dangote is having.
You can't compare Dangote.
And he's a CEO. Dangote is a CEO.
Yeah.
He's having a regional manager. He's a manager. So, and that's to tell you that my own manager, the property my own manager is having, some of our mates is not having it.
True.
And so that's the way it cut down. That's where I'm going to.
Okay.
When a regional manager of Dangote is having a house in US, having a house in Dubai, or spraying money in a party, my dear sister, Goldmender will sit down.
True.
I will be gentle on it.
There are levels to things.
So don't kill yourself. Where you find yourself, you are still bigger than some people. And some people still look up to me. That when Goldmender is standing up, they will what? Sit down.
Yeah.
So, and I'm a CEO. And a manager, I cannot compare myself to even a manager of some brands. That is why some people cannot compare themselves to even my home manager. So don't kill yourself. Build yourself, hold yourself, be contented with what you have in life and move on.
All right.
So love what you are doing also.
All right.
Personally, just love
I
yourself.
love what I'm
so
doing.
don't heavy the boss.
I mean, I feel
Just
like
love-
it's
just-
passion that brought me down here. So it's passion. So it's,
Yes.
I love what I'm doing.
And you'll surely get there. And I can
Definitely.
tell you the way you are now, a lot of people are looking up to you.
Yes.
When you are talking, they will shut up and they are your mates.
I understand. Yes, it's true. I feel like it's just the levels of life, different phases of life.
So that's what I have for them.
Okay.
Be contented with what you have. Don't do more than. If you want to be a CEO and you're not getting there, stay where the level you are. Build yourself with it. I just told you I was not born with silver spoon. My dad was not a CEO.
Are you not going to call that with a silver spoon? With everything you actually go through?
My dad was not a CEO.
Yeah,
And
it
we're
does not mean he
comfortable.
was an engineer, right?
We're comfortable. And he did not do more than himself till he died.
I understand.
Until today, he left his own property. That me, myself, I cannot stay there. Nobody's staying there now. We let all of them out. So that's just it. And then there's one more thing again that I want to shook in for everybody. Don't build a house or properties for your children.
Why?
They won't use it. It's a waste of time.
So what can you leave for your children?
Education. Let them understand the simple life, the simple way of life. Because they would not eventually stay there.
So what would happen to the properties you have?
They will only just be controlling it the way we are controlling it now. Imagine the way we are doing at our own age. At their own age of AI, maybe it will not be useless.
Okay.
So don't. The house I built now that my children is staying, I have a full mind that Inioluwa will not stay there. You will not stay there. So it's going to move. So don't leave a legacy of Omomi ma deba. Kilo deba. So eat what you have to eat while you are alive. They will actually source for themselves. Just give them basic education. Let them understand themselves. They will do ×3 of what you have.
True.
So that's just it.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for all you've poured out to us. I'm so sure people out there will be able to pick 1 or 2 things, and it's really, really amazing to have you on the show. I hope next time when we call you, definitely answer us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Too.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me your name.
My name is Heritage Oyedepo.
Okay.
Yes. All right, everyone. I'm so sure you've actually been able to pick one thing or the other from Creative Man. And this platform is to tell entrepreneurs out there one thing they need to know about their business and how they need to thrive. You hear success stories from people and you get inspired from it. Till next time, thank you so much and we love you. Bye.